with a hard stance on immigration. The High-Skilled Integrity and Fairness Act of 2017 that will overhaul the popular H-1B and L-1 visas has been tabled in the U.S. Congress. This reform bill, if passed, would mean significant changes in the way the H-1B visas are granted to companies and allocated to employees by them. Some of the worst hit by the new H-1B bill will be Indian companies such as Infosys, TCS, and Wipro, as well as U.S. tech giants like Apple, Facebook and Google, who use the H-1B visa to fill positions that cannot be filled by American workers. Here's everything you need to know about H-1B visa and the new H-1B reform bill. The H-1B visa is a non-immigrant visa that allows companies to employ foreigners for a period of up to 6 years. This visa is aimed at helping companies employ foreigners in positions for which they have been unable to find American employees. The minimum salary for an employee holding the H-1B visa is set at $60,000 per year. H-1B visa holders are allowed to apply for permanent residency in the U.S. as well as buy or sell property in the country. Every year, the U.S. government grants 65,000 H-1B visas, while an additional 20,000 are given to foreign students who have completed their master's course from a U.S. university, in accordance with the free trade agreements that the U.S. has with Singapore and Chile. They get additional 5,400 and 1,400 visas under the H-1B1 category, respectively. The H-1B visa is highly coveted in the technology industry, and the U.S. usually receives more H-1B applications than the cap of 85,000. For example, 236,000 applications were sent for the H-1B visas process in 2016, and the visas were granted on the basis of a lottery. The aim of the H-1B visa program was to supplement the U.S. workforce with high-skilled workers to do jobs that Americans are not skilled to do, not to replace the U.S. workers. But over time, there have been many grumblings that many companies use the H-1B visa to replace American workers with foreign ones, as the latter can be hired at lower salaries without compromising on the skill sets. In some cases, American employees have alleged that they were made to train H-1B holders to do their own jobs, and then fired. The H-1B visa reform bill has been tabled by California Congressman Zoe Lofgren, a Democrat. Donald Trump has not spoken publicly about the new visa reform bill yet, though increased oversight on the H-1B and L-1 visas was among his campaign promises. However, he has flip-flopped about the H-1B visa program throughout the campaign. His wife, U.S. First Lady Melania Trump, entered the U.S. from Slovenia using a H-1B visa in October 1996 under the quota of 200 visas set aside for fashion models of distinguished merit and ability. The new H-1B visa reform bill proposes a radical overhaul of the process, increasing the minimum salary for visa holders to be $130,000, more than double the current minimum. This would mean that companies would have to either pay rather highly for the skilled workers, or not choose foreign employees in favor of American citizens. The new visa reform bill also eliminates the category of lowest pay, and raises the salary level at which H-1B dependent employers are exempt from non-displacement and recruitment attestation requirements to greater than $130,000. The H-1B visa bill removes the per-country cap for employment-based immigrant visas. It sets aside 20% of the annually allocated H-1B visas for small companies and startup employers, 50 or fewer employers, to ensure small businesses have an opportunity to compete for high-skilled workers. Among the biggest recipients of H-1B visas each year are Indian IT firms, such as Infosys, TCS, Wipro, HCL, iGate, Cognizant, as well as global giants IBM, Accenture, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon, among others. If this bill passes, they will bear significantly higher costs for employing highly skilled foreign citizens. The visa reform may even create a gap in demand and supply for talent for smaller companies that cannot afford incurring high costs to employ skilled workers.